it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update for the month of July, and I'm going to show you everything that I have in bloom. Right now, I don't have a ton of Cattleyas that are blooming, but I have some summer blooming Phals, like this one. This was blooming last month, so a lot of these are still blooming, which is really, really nice. I'm going to show you a couple of new things, but sadly, maybe like 70% of my collection are Cattleya orchids, and they're not really blooming that much right now, but I'm starting to see buds on some orchids that I've had for a long time that haven't bloomed yet, so I'm excited about that. So those will be popping up next month. With that said, I have been keeping up with all the watering for my orchids. I just noticed that Zoe is sleeping on my TV. It's a lazy July. Anyway, the grow space is very hot. It's about 90 to 95 degrees on any given day. It's quite humid. Cattleyas are loving it. Hoyas are loving it. Everything is growing really nicely. The orchids that I have that don't like temperatures that hot, they're not loving it, but I just keep more on top of the watering, so I try to keep those nice and moist if they need it. I've been trying to water everything as it approaches dryness, in particular the Phalaenopsis. Cattleyas can handle some dryness, but those are growing pretty well, and the majority of my Cattleyas are in Leca still. Anything in organic, I try to water as it's approaching dryness. This time of year, that's about 3 times a week, so every morning I've been on top of watering, and it takes me like half an hour to just pop into the grow room and just add a little water to everything, but I've been on top of it. Last year, I was not on top of watering, and I lost a lot of orchids because it was so hot, and I was watering like once a week, sometimes every 10 days, and I lost mostly seedlings. I'll leave a video for you guys to see on all the orchids I killed, but I'm doing a lot better this year with my collection. I'm really happy with it. It's hot, so I try to go in really early in the morning before it gets too warm outside. So I'm staying on top of everything, which is great. And I'm happy to show you everything that I have in bloom. Now, it's not that much, but I have a lot more coming next month. I hope you enjoy. So the first orchid that I have in bloom is the Brassolaleo Cattleya Waianae Leopard Ching. This is one of my favorite Cattleya orchids. It blooms for me pretty reliably twice a year, and I love when this one is in bud because I just really enjoy the fragrance. It's got like a really kind of like spicy, sweet, strong fragrance. It's also got really waxy petals that tend to last between 3 and 4 weeks, and it's really nice. The lip is also very velvety, which is really cute. Now, this is the first time that I've ever gotten 3 blooms on this one. I've only ever gotten 2. And I repotted it about 1.5 years ago, worried that it was going to crowd the pot, and thankfully it's just grown towards the inside, which has been really nice. So I'm just going to leave it here until it outgrows the pot. It's growing happily in coconut husk. The next orchid that I have in bloom for the month is this unregistered hybrid. This one grows quite a lot. I probably need to divide it. It's just crowding at 7-inch pot. I was only able to record it when it started to fade a tiny bit, as you could see by the lip, but this time around when it opened up, the yellow was a little bit more pale. I think this is to do with the heat. Sometimes I have some orchids that when they bloom, when it's much hotter, the blooms come out lighter. And when the temperatures are cooler, they bloom a little bit more brighter, a little bit more darker. And sometimes you could see more spotting when it's cooler. So it's interesting to see variation of blooms when it's hot versus when it's cool. And right now when it's hot, I do notice much lighter blooms, but this one is a really cute one and I love it. Up next, I was really excited about this one. This one is the Cattleya Harem Girl. This is a primary hybrid, so it is a cross between 2 species, the Cattleya luteola and the Cattleya schilleriana. I got this from Gold Country Orchids 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, so it took its sweet time. It is a very small orchid too, very compact, so I was excited to see this. Hopefully it stays quite small. What I'm happy about is that it looks a lot like the luteola, and it's fragrant. So it's got a nice, I don't even know how to describe the fragrance. Not soapy. It's not even quite floral. It's like a Cattleya fragrance that I cannot put my finger to. But it's nice, and I killed my luteola. So I was happy to grow a luteola hybrid, and this one is staying alive. So here's to more. Next, my Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen is blooming for the first time. I got this a year and a half ago, and it's got beautiful variegation on the outside of the leaves. These Hoyas are really growing a lot on me. And I mean, I'm liking them, and they're also physically outgrowing my space. I'm thinking of hanging some of them off some windows and just letting them hang without their trellis. But it's blooming for the first time. It's the same exact flowers as the Hoya Carnosa. This is just the variegated version of the leaves. The fragrance is quite nice. It smells sweet. You could smell it at night and during the day. And I just find it very pleasant, and it's growing a lot now that it's hot. I find that Hoyas really like the heat, so they've grown on me, and I think I'm in trouble with space. Next orchid I want to show you is my Phalaenopsis LD Bears King. This is one that you guys are familiar with. I did a video on how I grow my phals with sphagnum moss. And this one has grown quite a lot. It's in a 7-inch pot, and it's got those beautiful blooms. They're not quite fully open yet, but I wanted to show you because I'm going away on vacation for a few days. So I'm getting it now, but I'm having an issue with this orchid. So as you can see, I mean, it's not a bad issue. It's just growing lopsided and getting top heavy. So I have to do something about it. I have to, if I keep it flat, it topples over, so I have to change the setup. Let me know what you guys do down below, but this kind of gives you a view of what it looks like when it's growing, and this is a 7-inch pot, so it's quite heavy, so we'll see what happens. I may just hang them off a macrame. Next orchid in bloom is my Phalaenopsis Bellina Coerulea. So this is a first-time bloomer for me. I got this at the Tamiami Orchid Festival almost 2 years ago. I got it for like 20 bucks, so it was a great price. It was a seedling. The leaves are growing kind of all over the place, which is expected. I'm finding that my Bellinas are starting to get real big, and they're going to droop down. Hillbilly Orchids was talking about possibly making a video to show how she tames some of her leaves. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, because I noticed she trains her leaves with like a Velcro to avoid it from getting top heavy and flopping over. So that's something I'll be checking out if she makes that video. But this Bellina smells delicious. It smells like a strong lemon. The fragrance is just amazing. If you don't have a Bellina, you need a Bellina. They're easy to grow, and the fragrance, so good. Next up is the Phalaenopsis Norman's World. This one has not stopped blooming since I repotted it. It is the summer of summer blooming phals. Once they start, they really don't stop. This one has a nice fragrance as well. This one has a little bit of the Phalaenopsis amboinensis on it, and you can tell kind of by the spots. They're really, really cute. This is also a really big orchid. So I up-potted it a couple of months ago, and I already see roots coming out of the pot, and this is like in a 7-inch pot, so it's kind of wild. We do have a spike on the other side as well. We have 3 spikes, and I accidentally knocked off flowers on one of the other spikes, but this one is still going strong. This has a waxy, very long-lasting flower. And I kind of just want to show you everything else. So this is my Phalaenopsis Changia lady. This one has been in bloom for a long time, for several months actually, since basically the end of winter, and it's really nice and fragrant. This one here is the Phalaenopsis LD Sunrose LD. This is the one I was showing you earlier on in the video, but that one is looking good. It hasn't faded. I find that these summer blooming phals last a long time. Here's another summer blooming phal. I think this is Summer Dance Queen by Matua Bellina. It's going to bloom soon. And of course, my Waianae Leopard Ching, which lives in my living room now. So I kind of wanted to show you what's going on in their grow space as well, because I have some stuff that's still in bloom. This one is my Iwanagara Apple Blossom Fantasy. I wanted to show you because I noticed it's been blooming sequentially. So it had 3 blooms already, and it's pushed out the 4th bloom and the 5th bloom, and it's got a 6th bloom coming and a 7th bloom behind. So I did not know that these bloom sequentially. It did not happen to me last time. This one is the LC Mini Blue Star. It's gonna open. This is a weird one that kind of opens up really wonky for me. This is the 3rd time it blooms. I'm gonna see if it opens up normal this time. We'll see about that. I don't think so, but I will show you next month once it's fully open. And with my Cattleyas, we've got a whole lot of nothing going on. So everything's just kind of growing. I got a lot of repotting to do. I haven't gotten to that yet. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. This one's the Cattleya Floralia Azul crossed with the Cattleya Pumila. This is a Brazilian hybrid. I've had it for almost 3 years. It finally has a bud. I'm really excited about it. I've had it since it's been a seedling from Gold Country Orchids, so I cannot wait to see it. I've been really, really excited about that one. What else? Oh, in the back there is my Cattleya Richard Mueller by La Beata that Michael sent me. Hey, Michael, we got a sheath going on, so hopefully we get some buds in the next month. Going down to the lower shelf, I noticed some spider mites about a week ago, so I just basically rinsed everything off real good and knocked out the spider mites, but you could see the damage there. The key to getting them off is just acting quickly or else it spreads. My Cattleya Triumphans by Richard Mueller has a sheath. That one blooms pretty reliably. And we just have a bunch of things just growing nicely. So Cattleyas are just growing vegetatively pretty nicely. Let me show you some of my Phals and Paths. So this one is Sweet Memory. That one's still going strong. That is my Phalaenopsis Tetraspis C1. We've got some buds here. And this, I'm excited about it. It hasn't fully opened yet, but in another day or so, it'll be ready. This is Paphiopedilum. I think our many white. Yup. So I will show you once it's fully open. But Phals are growing nicely. LD Bear's King is back there. We've got a spike on my Big Shot Hilo Sparkle, which is the Oncidium. And then I'm just having a struggle with all my Phals just kind of growing lopsided. So I will do something about that at some point. Everything else is just kind of growing. I got to do a lot of repotting. I have not really kept on top of everything. So little by little, I'll get it done. I'm taking a little break. Here's my Harem Girl. So cute. What a nice little flower. These are the Hoyas that I just rooted and repotted. Some of my Dendrobiums here, some Cattleyas. I got to reshuffle things. My Maxillaria tenifolias, and then up top here I have my Monurara Millennium Magic Witchcraft, which is growing, and some seedlings. My String of Hearts variegated is growing nicely. I got it like 2 months ago. This is my philodendron I got from a little cutting in DR. It's growing real nice. String of Pearls here. Half of it is struggling. The other half is good. I just let it dry a little too much. Hoya Waianae, Hoya macrophylla, Alba marginata. My other Carnosa has buds coming in. And this one here, I didn't take a picture of it, but this is my Hoya Croniana Super Silver. It bloomed. It was so cute. Everything's just growing, especially these Hoyas that have been growing out of control. These are some of the smaller ones for now. That one is Lacunosa I got from Justin, Pachiclata, Finlaysonii, Bilobata, and then some more orchids. These are more of my seedlings. And then these are my Phals. That one right there is my Phalaenopsis Bellina, the regular one. That one is getting huge. And then my Struggle Path. And then my Cerulean. So this was a quick update on the grow space. If you guys want to see an update on any orchid in particular, just let me know down below, and next month I will show you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to showing you some updates for next month because I have a lot coming in. Right now it's like the summer fall time, and a lot of the summer Phals that I have open right now have been open for several months, so I'm not going to show you everything from the beginning, but Cattleyas have been a little slow, but they're gonna start opening up. As I said, I have some buds on the way for next month, so you guys will be seeing some new stuff real soon. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.